Hey guys, I'm Bormai. Thanks for stopping by the channel. So today I'm going to try a little something different. I'm going to show you the full gameplay instead of just the tips. I'm going to, I might fast forward the boring stuff, but basically I'm going to show you the tips as I'm doing it live. I'm going to discuss my thought process with you. Hopefully it'll help you become a better Call of Duty player. If you like what I'm doing, leave me a comment. Let me know if you want to see more material like this. Hey, if you're new, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you. You're awesome. I appreciate you very much, and make sure you hit that like button. Anyway, let's get to it. So what you missed during this little fast forward is Brew and I just deciding where we're going to land as a team and what kind of challenges we're going to do to get set up for the game so we can get our loadout ASAP. So Dave goes running in, he gets knocked. I come in and pre-aim the direction of the guy, and I take him out easy peasy. He wasn't very good, didn't even fire at me.
What?
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and complete these scavenges so I can either have the cash to revive Brew if he does not win his gulag, or if he wins his gulag, I'm going to go ahead and use that money towards our first loadout.
Oh, Dave.
Getting the ground didn't help.
Dave. I gave you that help.
Alright, so here I see a guy on top of the roof there, and I decide I'm going to push him because I need his money, and I didn't see his partner, so I am going to go ahead and go as stealthily as possible, pick up this gun, pick up that shield, and then I was thinking about going out this door, and then I decided, well, actually Bruce said he jumped off, so I knew he was no longer up there. Again, I don't know if there's one guy or two here, so I want to be as cautious as possible. And I don't want this to be a 50-50 gunfight, especially if it's 2v1, because that would totally screw me. So I'm going to get all the intel I can unless they start shooting at me, or I'm going to collect intel and either kill one of them or both of them before they ever notice where I'm at. Now, this is a classic case of tunnel vision. These guys are not even being cautious at all. They're not looking around, and I find an opportunity here to just take him out. Now, this is the first time I've used this gun. It wasn't exactly the best gun. I wasn't aware of the recoil it had, but nonetheless, I downed him, got that guy out.
That gun sucks.
As you heard, we discussed how that gun sucks. So this guy, I'm not even sure what that guy was thinking.
That one didn't.
That was much better gun.
You should run right at me, buddy. Like, as loud as you possibly can fucking run.
Exactly.
So I don't know you're coming.
He ran at me with zero strategy at all. He just ran right up those stairs at me, guys. So here, all you really missed was me running from killing those guys, getting the money. I think I had about 23,000. I had enough to get Brew up, get a loadout, everything we needed, basically. And all you missed was me running to the buy station, which was about 500 meters away, and as I'm doing that, I usually try to crosshair center, so I'm aiming at points where I believe it's possible for hostiles to be camping to kill me. So here I'm going to buy Brew back. I'm going to get the loadout first, then I'm going to buy Brew back, and I went ahead and got a self-revive kit. I should have done that before I bought Brew back so that people don't see the flare go up. Now, I'm going to throw the loadout drop inside of this building to help conceal some of the red smoke that comes when you throw a loadout. That way people don't just come rushing us, or if they're in the area, they don't know, hopefully, we're here. And as you can see, it pays off right here because right as we're picking up our loadout, several teams hit this buy station, and we get to pick them off. So I run to the side of the roof, I look, I start pre-firing before I really find guys, just to create a little bit of chaos. Hopefully they don't have time to aim at me. I knocked one, I see a car coming. I threw a C4 to hopefully get lucky and hit the car. I did not. So I went back and I knocked that guy there. I went ahead and disengaged, re-armored. Very important. That way you don't die. I dropped Brew 3 pieces of armor as well, as we have the height advantage. And I jumped back in it. Now this guy moved to my left. I figured he was behind the rock. That was the best place for him. And then I see him shooting at somebody else. So I just patiently wait on him. I throw my precision airstrike here, hoping I'd kill him, and then Brew takes him out. What a waste of precision airstrike. No big deal. Now, we're going to collect all that loot and get rich.
Sorry, I should have said I was jumping off. My bad.
Yeah, I was in the middle of trying to fucking
There's all kinds of
reload and shit.
So, basically here, I'm just going to go ahead and go through all the loot. You want to do this really quickly. We kind of took a little more time than we probably should have. About a UAV. UAVs are very important, guys. I recommend, if you have the money and you're passing a buy station, buy a UAV. Always try to have a UAV. They are very key to winning Warzone. So after killing those guys, we had lots of loot and lots of cash again, so we went ahead and bought our second loadout instead of grabbing the free loadout. This way we have Ghost. Ghost is key. You don't show up on heartbeat sensors. You don't show up on UAV. You definitely need Ghost, especially for later circles, but the sooner you get it, the better off you and your squad will be.
Or our loadout.
Right. Alright, well, we're back in.
I guess we go ahead and move to, Alright, we got
I see this guy, I ping him, I start shooting. Guys, this is a fatal mistake. This guy was way too far. I should have never shot. I also had a classic case of tunnel vision. I start shooting at this guy. I could have been picked off really easy, and I left my teammate hanging during this moment.
We got to push that way. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna buy a gas. Oh, there's a guy in a buy station. Down.
Also, while I start shooting at that guy, who I'm not going to down, Brew gets into an up-close fight with a couple guys down low, and so I come out. He's in the window. I decide I'm going to go outside on the balcony and see if I can get another shot or another angle on the guy, and it pays off.
Shield box.
Yeah, I'm grabbing it. Oh, you already got it.
So now we finish up this fight. We're going to quickly loot. We loot this one a little bit faster. We did a little bit better job here. And then we're going to start running off. Now, with the UAV, we see guys. So I pull up the map and I mark them. Doesn't mean we're going to engage them. Just want to keep an eye out of where you know threats are in case you need to kill them later. Or as we're pushing here, we're rotating. We have an idea of which way possible fights are going to happen. So we have our free UAV out here. Those are camper spots. People tend to camp these. So we approach this with caution, excuse me. Now we don't actually need it, so we're not even going to waste our time with it. That group we pinged earlier, we feel like they're probably looking out for us to come get it. So we're just going to go around them. You know, the storm's closing. We have a UAV. We know where they're at, but we don't need to take this gunfight. You don't have to take every gunfight unless you're going for kills. If you want to go for kills, take every gunfight. Maybe you're doing a kill race competition where you need to get as many kills as you can. But in this case, we're just trying to get a dub. We don't care. So we keep on pushing. We mark the direction we decide we're going to go. Always be making your plans. And also, as you can see, there was a rock I just passed on my left there. Anytime you're running in the open, have a plan of where you're going to duck and cover if you get into an unexpected gunfight. That rock was my duck and cover spot. Didn't need it. Happened to be okay. Continued pushing on. Now we're in safe zone. And we're going to cross over this water here. I hate crossing over this little ditch area, as every time you do this, not only are you extremely exposed, but more than likely, if someone starts shooting at you, there's no cover and they have high ground. You're double screwed. It's not a 50-50 gunfight. Don't take those, but it also leaves you more exposed where it's 75-25 in their favor. So next up, we are, as you saw, we pinged some guys on the rooftop. We're going to go ahead and avoid those guys as well. So we're going to go ahead and push up, get some high ground, just in case they push our direction. We'd prefer to have the high ground.
Shooting here.
Now, as we are approaching the area, I notice some guys fighting on the map. So I pull up the big map, and I ping them. And we start pushing that direction, as we do feel like in this situation, the way we're running, we're going to run into these guys.
Heading this way. I think I just heard a sniper bullet whiz past.
You guys, excuse the sniffles. I got a little bit of a cold here. I do apologize. Hopefully it's not bothering you. So we didn't end up running into the guys that I pinged there on the left side of the map. And we continue pushing. We want to get in the safe zone. We're now into circle 3. It's definitely not late game here. It's still kind of early, but we want to make sure that we are prepared for final circles.
I just want to have UAVs. Here, drop me some money, would you?
Yeah.
3,000.
We stop here. We go ahead and continue planning what our next move needs to be. Now, he drops me money because there's a buy station, and I want to be able to get a UAV because I use mine, and they are key to winning. You need to have those as often as possible. So we kind of take a minute here to catch our breath in this building before pushing on to see if either of those teams we pinged pushed our direction. Yeah, I know it's kind of campish. I don't really like camping. I am more of a rush type of player. But sometimes it is helpful to stop and regroup with your teammates. So now we are pushing to the safe zone. Again, we're rotating. Now, I like to rotate towards short side of the circle. I believe that's what we're doing here. As we are pushing up, there's another team that starts fighting. I see them, and I go ahead and alert Brew. I went ahead and pinged those guys as well, just so Brew had an idea of where they were. I didn't get a live ping, but I did want to ping that area, so if they come our way, at least he's not blind completely to where the fighting's happening. So this fight takes place for a couple minutes. I grab my UAV just so I'm prepared, and we go ahead and kind of wait some more. We did a little bit more waiting in this game than I prefer, but sometimes that's the name of the game, right? We didn't want to push without intel. Try to know as much information as you can possibly know before getting into a fight. So I climb up this ladder here. I absolutely hate being on this third floor because you really only have out the windows or go back around to the ladder to jump off. So you could really get stuck in this building. There's a couple of these buildings throughout the map. I know there's one in Warzone or military. There's this one here in the middle. There's a couple of them in like Lumberyard. I hate this building. I try to avoid it whenever possible. Sometimes you can't help it. So we watch these guys here. They finish off this squad, and then they just kind of run off eventually. And we sit here and wait. Now, we're starting to plan our next moves and decide exactly what we need to do in order to win the game, or at least get top 10, the next survivability. Now, as we're doing that, somebody picks up a bounty, and it ends up being Brew that takes the bounty.
Enemy here. I see one.
So these guys push out. I'm not really certain if these guys get the bounty or not, but they definitely come from that direction, so it's very possible. Maybe we should have pushed them and avoided being bounties altogether. We were planning on watching this buy station here for a minute. There's that bounty I was talking about. So I checked the map. I just want to see if we can see any kind of action on the map. Sometimes you can see it from far away. We're also planning what we're going to do here, where we're going to go, and then we prepare for the bounty. So these guys are
They're close. They're getting
are
close.
pushers. They pick up that bounty, and they come at us pretty quick.
All right.
So we start looking for them, trying to decide which way they're coming from. As you'll see me use the heartbeat sensor lots of times, since I can't ever see them out a window, hoping to pick them up. When you're using the heartbeat sensor, all you have to do is pull it up long enough to see numbers, and it'll tell you at the bottom if there's numbers, there's people nearby that are not ghosted.
All right, they're coming
So
that way, you see?
you don't have to sit there and let it ping the whole time. You can just pull it up rather quickly. So that didn't work. I popped the UAV. When I do that, we see where they're coming from.
Right at the door.
This guy comes down and pushes this window. They didn't do this very well. This is not how I would have pushed these guys in this building. But it worked in our favor. We get this guy. We down him. I push. I swap guns to my close range gun, and I come through and I get this guy. Now, I finish them both off because they both had a self-revive kit. And then we quickly loot as the storm is pushing fast now, and we run. Now, that didn't go the way I had planned. Like I said, I had expected when they pushed us for them to be a better team, as most people who push those bounties tend to be better players. Those guys were not that great. What they should have done is pushed in from both doors and pinpointed one person and killed them together, and then got intel on the second guy. They didn't do that. That was just terrible. Ask for more money. Always share your money, guys. Share your resources with your teammates. So it's just going to help you win the game. If both your teammates are set with everything they got, or all your squad, just gives you that much more percentage towards winning. So I come up by my UAV. I hear shooting. Buy stations are dangerous. Always know what you're getting. Try to memorize where in the buy station it is, so you can just quickly get it and hit your buttons for yes and move on. So now we've got a team here in this building right in front of us, and we are basically deciding how we're going to go because they're shooting at somebody else. So they have tunnel vision, more than likely. We're trying to decide what the best option is here. Do we fight them? Do we leave? Do we move and get positioning on them when they have to push? But we do decide, hey, they're pushing. Let's go ahead and get them. So as you see, as I get closer to the building, I swap guns to my MP5, which is my up-close gun for in buildings. Anytime I'm going in a building, you'll probably notice before I get there, I swap to my MP5. The reason for this is because if I walk in that door and there's a person there, I can kill them much faster with my MP5 at close range than I can with my AR. So I knock this guy. This guy's got his teammate. I come in. I kill this guy as well. They are not good. They had, like I said, tunnel vision. Weren't paying attention at all. I came in. I knock them both, and we loot. We loot. Always loot, loot, loot. Take their cash. The way things should work is you should, more than likely, if you're pushing, get a bounty, buy a UAV, kill that bounty. Get another bounty, buy a UAV, kill that bounty. If you don't have a bounty, go push up, get a UAV. Now, as you can see, I pull out my heartbeat sensor there. It's really good at giving you a 50-50 chance of whether people are there. Now, just because nothing shows up on your heartbeat sensor does not mean there's not hostile in the area. It just has been very helpful to use as you're going into buildings to if it pings somebody, you know there's somebody there, and it makes it easier to clear that building. So I do tend to use the heartbeat sensor a lot. Now, as you can see, Brew here is communicating. Communication is another great tip. You guys need to communicate and talk non-stop. Communicate things that you think are not even worth communicating. I'm going in this blue building. I see a guy here. Always give as much intel as you can. And as you see in a second, Brew's going to have a couple guys up here, and he is going to do a great job at communicating because I never saw him. So he basically tells me all the info I need so that at least I can engage in the fight or have an idea of where the fight is going to happen.
Two guys. Target right here. They're pushing up.
See, there we go. He live pings this guy. I go ahead and change angles because I can't see.
Okay, I see one.
As you heard. So he keeps pinging them. We're waiting. You don't just shoot. You wait until you have a guaranteed kill. I get that guy. Not sure if Brew got his. We discuss it.
You did not get the other guy?
No, I did not. No idea where he is.
Well, I mean, I killed
Here
one.
we are discussing it.
I killed one. I killed one that laid down in the middle
So
of the
Brew
ground
killed his
right
guy. I killed that guy's partner.
This guy right here.
Again, I never saw them, so I basically went completely on the information Bruce supplied to me during this fight. And we won it very easily. We were patient, waited until we could kill them with no worries. Got that team. Now, Bruce sees another guy over here. So we're going to go ahead. Again, I'm going to get new position. He pings. He didn't get a live ping, but he does ping. And then I see another team, so I ping. Again, we're not going to engage that team. He live pings a third guy. We're not engaging just yet. Just because, why waste the bullets? They're too far. Now, you see these guys here are getting into a fight with one of the teams. Now, that first guy, or that last guy he live pinged starts sniping. He's not a good sniper. He should have waited till he could kill us. That was a mistake for him. But since I'm hurt, I disengage. I go ahead and re-armor. I pull up my UAV, and as I do that, I see there's a guy coming behind us. He's a sniper. That guy was waiting for the right moment. Unfortunately, he didn't know that I was going to kill him. Mistake for his point. Brew knocks the other guy with the sniper, and here we go. I start engaging the last team. Now, I was so busy, I didn't even know this was the last team, so I got really excited here when we won this game.
I didn't know those were the last two!
Yeah, boy.
I wasn't paying
I
attention,
got really
dude.
excited because another fatal mistake. Always pay attention at the end circles to know how many people are left, and I did not do that. So at the end there, I was crazy excited that we won because I wasn't paying attention. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It is different than what I normally do. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you liked it. Give me that thumbs up and subscribe. Till next time, I'm Bormai, signing out and wishing you happy gaming.